eyebrows are so uneven right now.
It's okay. So hey everyone, welcome to our 4-year not our 4-year anniversary, not being on Twitch or streaming, but 4 years that we've officially together. Yay! We've been dating for 4 years, since 2014. Of course, we have Facebook to go on for this because we actually never really concentrated on what was going on back then.
Nope.
But hey, we're gonna take Facebook's word for it. So yeah, dating for 4 years, so we're gonna do a full game of Monster Prom. So Carly's gonna be the one behind the controls here. So she's also gonna control what I do. So here we go.
Otherwise know me as Comic Book Pixie on Instagram.
Comic Book Pixie.
Comic Book Pixie cosplay.
Because you have a mouthful of chips.
What?
Yeah. So we're gonna do 2-player. This is gonna be a full game.
Oh, we're doing a okay.
Last
60 minutes.
Last time we did the short version. Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always we were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Okay, so Carly, you're gonna be player 1 here. So
I really want to be her, guys.
Okay, click on her.
I dig her.
So choose your name.
I want her name to be Firebush.
Like last time.
Because the carpet does match the drape.
Firebush in all caps?
Yes.
Okay then.
So it's not Firebush, it's Firebush! Can I not do spaces?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
At least I don't think so.
I don't remember from last.
Oh, now you're in lowercase. Oh, now you're in uppercase. Okay.
Wait, no, I'm not.
No, you're not. You're not. You're all uppercase. So hit OK. Now, are you a he or a she?
I'm a she. Wait, can I do a non-binary?
Yeah, you can do it. You can do a they.
Do I want to? Should I?
It's up to you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, she's non-binary. I am going to be this adorable little cinnamon roll right here.
Okay, I appreciate that they let you do that.
Yeah. His name is going to be...
Oh, are you not having the same name?
No.
Casper!
No, he's Carl.
So my grandpa's name.
Sure. And I'm gonna keep him a he.
All right.
So Carl and Firebush!
You know, it'd be fun if we could go for each other.
Yeah. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom.
Insert title here.
Yeah. I remember clearly, 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. So I'll read for all the guys and you do all the girls.
Okay.
Okay, so this is you coming
I'm
up.
not a voice actress, so bear with me.
This game's not meant to be taken seriously.
I know.
Huzzah!
Sorry.
Swallow your chips.
Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was cute as she was genocidal.
Damien LeVay,
He's my favorite.
a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire.
Oh, it'd be perfect for mine.
Scott Howell, a werewolf.
Voiced by Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps. I love him.
A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart.
Aww.
Liam DeLioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was a truly lovable dork.
Yay!
Polly Geist, 22, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all of the wrong things.
What?
And Vera
Oberlin.
Thank you. Oberlin, a mean 23, a mean self-made
Gorgon.
Thank you. Gorgon.
Were you about to say Gregorian?
Yeah. Gorgon, with a merciless sense of business.
It was clear. It had to be one of them. But who? We only had 3 weeks to... so far, it looks like we just got one viewer. No, he just left.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
we'll see the viewer count right there.
Cool.
Okay, we only had 3 weeks left to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart.
I want to woo somebody. I want to woo him.
And I'm gonna try and woo Polly, because I've always failed.
Polly?
Yeah. But as I already said, we were young.
She seems like a whore.
Oh,
so
she...
maybe go like the whore route with her.
you'd be
like,
surprised.
The sluttiness.
No, you'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was able to successfully win over Vera.
I remember
in
that.
one
You did that with me.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, but
We played the short game.
And that was the very first time you've ever seen Monster Prom.
Yeah, and I, like, loved it, and I thought it was gonna be really dumb, but it ended up being, like, really funny. It almost has a... If any of you don't watch it, it's on YouTube. It's hilarious. It's called The Most Popular
You might want to
Girls-
turn your chair a bit because they cannot
I'm sorry,
see you.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
You can actually see, like, over here.
Should I move?
Move a little bit more over here.
Well, now they can't really see you.
That's okay. I can be like this.
Okay, cool. It's called The Most Popular Girls in School. And it's basically stop motion Barbie dolls. Stay with me. And, it's like Mean Girls, but so much more vulgar. And it's hilarious. So, 10 out of 10 would recommend. But let's get back to this.
You're young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. By the way, you can also hit the enter button on the keyboard if that's easier for you, just to go through.
I don't really, doesn't matter to me.
Okay, so I like to think this is
Welcome to Monster Prom, stupidest pop quiz ever! All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. We're no more. We're using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom stupidest pop quiz ever, TM. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into the character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true self.
Stats.
You gotta say it like that, otherwise it's not funny. Stats.
Put all the stress on that last S.
Let's start. Is that really annoying? Like,
No,
is that too
I think it's
annoying?
perfect.
Okay.
The coolest reality show would be.
Well, it's my turn.
Oh yeah. But read everything out loud.
12 experts on the various art of seduction live in a house where they must face a common challenge: seducing a potato into marriage somehow.
Hey, so they're trying to.
That's what I want. Oh my god, have you ever seen the Potato Song?
No.
I'm trying to show you that all weekend. It's on Facebook. Just look up Potato Song. It will know. It will change your life forever, and just post it, tag a friend, don't say anything. Just do it, and it's hilarious.
Anywho.
People in positions of power must face all sorts of questions relevant to their field, and if they fail, they lose their jobs, and society wins.
Wow.
So real life. 8 rich people fight in weekly challenges to see who's the best at giving money to you.
I like that one.
Oh my god, I kind of want the potato one.
Then do the potato one. Okay, I want the middle one.
So you want real life?
Yeah. You're charming and I'm smart. Okay, I'll read this one. It's your chance to fix global warming. Go ahead. It's time to be a real hero. I'll lead a mission to the sun in order to invite the sun to the party of its life. We'll have so many hilarious misadventures that the sun will eventually become cooler. Global warming isn't real. I invented it, and now science is claiming authorship because science is a lame copycat with no original ideas. And nah, the world is doomed. But I'll start investing in ships and start a profitable business for the soon-to-be-covered-by-water world. Oh, right, you get to choose first. I will do the top one. So you're creative and I'm fun. Which would be your dream first date?
A wild party in international waters, crimes, an art exhibition experimental enough to give you a seizure.
Oh god.
My god. A professional meeting where you charm your date with some astonishing business advice. A lovely walk in the forest after rescuing your date from a dragon. Ooh, that's something I would actually enjoy. A sweaty and manly wrestling match. I don't know if I'd call that manly, but a lot of people might argue with me about that. Basically, you're watching a hentai. A yaoi hentai.
I think we got the idea.
I like that one.
Okay, so then I'm gonna do... I'm gonna do the bottom left one, the art exhibition.
Ooh, so I would charm the ghost girl.
Doesn't mean you have to still go for her.
Okay. We'll see who gets her.
Let's do this!
So you go first. I love the Beach Boys music.
I like that at the end they play the song from Steven Universe. Well, I'm gonna start in the auditorium. Ooh, look at my sexy outfit, girl! Yeah!
This is you, so you read.
That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have decided to give me figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. Oh yeah, I did.
Without meaning to, you find yourself in conversation with Polly and Miranda, comparing the apps on your phones.
Oh, they're so cute! She looks like Princess Daisy!
I know!
Oh, my heart! Okay.
So you're both of them.
Ooh, what you got, Mary? What you got?
Well, I have this game, Misunderstanding the Mobs. I'm not entirely sure how to play, but I keep winning. So, that's it. I've also got
Scepter.
Okay, I was right. Scepter, which is like Uber, but for surfs instead of cars.
How much?
And Spooner, which is like Grinder for silverware.
Wait, what?
Oh my god, that's great! Which is like Grinder for silverware. You know, I like my apps elegant and majestic.
That's pretty cool, but do you have rap?
Yeah, I'm right. Rap chat. It turns all of your messages into raps, but you can only see them for 8 seconds. So it's like Snapchat.
I think that was obvious.
Wow, what about you, Firebush? What fun apps do you have? Yeah, impress us with something rad.
Read them out loud.
Tiger? Yeah, okay, I'm right. It's an app that can make tigers appear anywhere. There's nothing as majestic as a tiger. Not much, just one app I made that turns my phone into a rad car. I want that one!
You push the car button on your phone and it transforms instantly into a sick convertible, crushing some of your classmates in the process.
That car is the tip.
Hey, you missed the first word.
Whoa. Quite elegant indeed. Should I make her voice sound more like Snow White?
It's up to you.
I don't know. You know, I always have felt that phones. Yeah, that seems to work. I always have felt that phones did not contain enough expensive materials. This solves that problem nicely.
Yes. Plus, we can use it for drag racing. Let's go drag racing!
God. In all the excitement, you neglect to tell them you have no idea how to drive a car. I don't know why, I just think the narrator emote looks like Patrick Warburton. What they don't know...
I agree with you.
What they don't know what hurt them, at least as long as they don't expect you to drive that car. Meanwhile, you've scored a drag racing date with Polly, and you gain +2 boldness and +1
I
fun.
want to date Polly.
I know, I want Polly.
Sorry.
So it's my turn. I'm gonna go to the bathrooms. That day, you skip class and just start hanging out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You get +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. You look up to find Liam and Scott waving the phones in each other's faces.
The fact that you can do that, like, on a dime, it just makes my
about this one?
I like his hat.
Nah, I definitely swipe left on that one, bro.
But this is my best picture.
But it's not even a picture of you. It's just a photo of a stop sign wearing a top hat. I love Scott's face. Just.
And I like how he's a dude.
It's artistic.
It kind of looks like he's losing brain cells.
What brain cells?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if it was a picture of a fire hydrant.
Oh.
Well, it's not as if your pictures are in any way superior. What are you even doing in this one?
Smiling?
See? Unacceptable.
But I like smiling. Are you sure it's wrong? He's so pure.
Of course I am. Look, I'll even bring in an impartial third party. You're renowned for your Tinder success. What's your secret?
Wait, I am?
Oh. You didn't tell me you had a Tinder.
I've never.
Delete it now! I'm kidding.
I don't just smile with my face, I also draw a smiley face on my bare chest. Or I shock and amaze him with my custom Instagram filter, Sepia Mustache Enigma.
You know, you would totally do the smiley face.
I would totally do the smiley face, so do that one. Whoa, dude, that's like 6 times as many smiles.
Oh, sweetie, no. You're so... Well, I mean, if you have 2, and then your picture has 2, you're 2 off. So it's not that bad. I'm trying to give him at least some sort of,
I know.
you know.
2. It's 2 times as many.
Bro, who has time for math at a time like this?
Me.
I gotta go find a Sharpie.
So I have to turn
Oh, no.
so that they can see me.
You know what? Let's just scoot you a bit more to the middle. There we go.
Well, no, they can't really see you.
I'm fine right here. Yes, they
Why
can.
don't you just come up front?
Because then I'm gonna be 2 to the side, and
Oh.
they won't be able to see me. This
Okay.
is perfect. This
You
is
sure?
perfect. Yes.
Okay.
I gotta go find a Sharpie.
Bye-bye.
This is gonna be like that time I passed out at the football party, except with smiles instead of dicks.
You know what that happened when I was at a
Carly, I don't think
At
you want to
college.
complete that story.
Well, no, somebody got really drunk and passed out, so then all of the...
Oh, it was someone else.
Yeah,
not
it
you.
was not me, Evan.
I just got worried.
I've never gotten that drunk at a college party.
I just got worried.
Just remember one of the frat boys, and it's funny because this was the band frat, so they were all like the responsible kids.
Yeah.
But when Drew goes, and then everybody was like, yes, and I was like, oh my god, you guys, oh my god, oh my god.
That is technically correct.
You wish you were as easy to please as Scott. You gain +2 creativity and +1 fun. I'm still gonna go for Polly.
That's fine. I really want to go.
Let's
for
trade
fire
places.
dude.
Everybody chooses something bad. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
When they say bad, what do they mean?
Just first thing that comes to mind that you would consider bad.
All of the narwhals dying.
So dead narwhals. So
Yeah.
dead narwhals and AIDS. I'm sorry.
You escalated that so quickly.
That was the first thing that came to mind. Player to take a debate on how much our country needs a minister of selective pain.
Of dead narwhals.
Minister-
Of AIDS. I don't even know. And we have no one watching, so we can't be like, vote now.
Vote no, votes. I can't.
Do you want to
decide-
do random?
Let's just do random. Guys, yeah. So I'm going first.
Oh shit.
Week 1. You
All right.
put me on the table with Polly.
Well, shit, because then I can't go on the table with him, can I?
Sorry.
I hate you. Guys, I'm going for Scott!
Again.
No, I didn't go for Scott last time. I tried to go for him.
Yeah, but every choice you made just unintentionally went for
I
Scott.
know.
Listen, Carl, you can totally sit with us. I just hope you didn't bring a gun to What?
I'm sorry. You totally. Okay. You can't sit with us!
You can
From Mean Girl.
You can totally sit with us. I just hope you didn't bring a gun to a bazooka fight.
It got dark so quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I like how you could see through her stomach.
Oh yeah, I never noticed that.
Yeah, we're showing off our best flask. Well, not the best flask exactly, but its best contents.
Good God, are literal actual flasks of alcohol openly allowed in the school cafeteria? Are there no rules?
There's no rule!
Put your shirt back on.
There's one rule!
Apparently not, because Polly starts setting a series of flasks down on the table.
Damn.
Wow.
She goes hard.
Okay, so this is beer, my WC wine, whiskey,
That's disgusting.
Ethyl alcohol.
yeah, ethyl alcohol, and the soul of an infant. That was my favorite.
Ha! Wait, this is radioactive absinthe. This is fire, and this is literal poor life choices.
Yes! That's why he's my favorite. Even though he's probably the most sadistic one, he's my favorite.
Okay, but this one has another small flask inside, and it is the ultimate flask.
Oh my God.
Bitch.
I'm sorry, I feel like there's a bitch in there.
They could probably go on like this for goddamn ever. Maybe you can cut in with the craziest thing of all. But think carefully about whom you want to impress with your flask content. Get ready for the most hardcore badass thing. This flask contains an ancient genie that grants you 3 wishes, but I'm totally drinking it because I don't give a fuck. I grant my own damn wishes, and want to get a dope party started? This flask has ultra whiskey, which you can only get when you get 2 bottles of the best, purest whiskey and make them mate. Give me that second one.
I just want to comment, I grant my own goddamn wishes, but I crap my own goddamn wishes is what you said.
Oh, I did? Oh, whoops. Okay, give me the second one.
Hey, you did it! Heck yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah, let's rage! I've always wanted to make ultra whiskey, but I could not get my whiskey bottles to pop. I tried everything, mood lighting, sultry music, tunes, you know, all that cliche romantic stuff. But it seemed nigh impossible to get them to make sweet whiskey love. I almost started to think inanimate objects couldn't have sex, but I've had tons of sex with inanimate objects, so that was just silly. I'm really into, what do they call that? Just fucking objects. If you can make whiskey turn into ultra whiskey, we should definitely apply that principle all over the damn place. She's still fucking talking. 2 cars to make a limousine, an orgy of iPhones to become the iPhone X. The most advanced update possible. Duh. A microwave and a Russian novel. Wait. A microwave and a Russian novel to get a pair of designer shoes. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't get the logic on that one.
Can't wait to create doper stuff than the world can even handle. Probably.
Oh, it's me. Well, the world probably doesn't need to worry about handling it because there's no way you can pull that insanity off.
When you post this on YouTube, you need to make a warning.
Yeah.
This has a lot of
Yeah.
just a
Don't
lot
worry.
of language.
I got
okay. You don't want to get in trouble.
But yay for plans with Polly.
Let's do this!
So now it's your turn.
Can I sit there with you
Nope.
guys? Freaking, I hate you.
But there's witches on the bottom right.
I don't want. Wait, can I woo the wishes?
No, you can't.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit there.
But they will give you stuff to give you an
Nah,
advantage.
I want to just sit.
As you approach a chosen table, you see Liam carefully framing his artfully arranged jelly dessert for a transcendent food pig when...
Food pig! Ride those pigs to victory!
What does that even mean?
say food, you say pick. Food!
Pick!
No.
Food!
Pick!
Stop.
2, 4, picks 8. Food do we appreciate? Food picks, food picks.
Oh my god! Okay, you know, I'm actually kind of liking it more.
Cease this incessant chanting this instant.
What? But I'm trying to help you take the best food pick. You've been
be
trying
a
to take
Batman.
this. You've been trying to take this food pick for like 20 minutes now. You gotta snap a pic so you can eat your tasty food.
I just wait, Scott. I only ordered this food so I could take pictures of it, and you're not helping.
Oh, he's one of those guys. Did you ever hear about that? With like how people were like literally going to restaurants just to order food.
Yeah.
And people were wondering why like their food was still there. And they were like, are these people actually just like wasting money ordering food so that they can take a picture of it? Like what the actual hell is that? Or some people were actually saying that, oh, it's cold, I don't want it anymore. And then later they would actually find out that their food was cold because they spent all that time taking like cute little macro shots.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
I know. My cheerleading isn't good enough. What I need is a clever partner to take me to the next level.
No, what you need is a swift kick in the...
But it's too late. Scott's already chosen you as his cheer partner. Now it's up to you with the. Now it's up to you what the two of. Now it's up to you what the two of you will do. Okay.
Oh, it's supposed to be like, now it's up to you what the two of you will do.
You know,
Woo!
maybe if I did read it in a rhythm, I probably would not
Uh-huh.
have struggled so much. We've got to pick Liam up and
Oh,
toss.
no, no, no.
Oh, right, this is you.
We've got to pick Liam up and toss him in the air. It's the only way to really amp him up. Liam's food pics are art, so we've got to use art to cheer him on. The quiet art of the mind. I like that one.
I get it. Amp him up, like where the sky is. Let's do it.
What? No, that's horrible.
Up you go, little buddy. Reach for the stars.
Okay, I am actually getting some very artistic angles on my food from up here, but this is still not okay!
Oh, Liam, always being sarcastic. He loves it.
Wait, you chose now to finally start understanding what sarcasm is? I'm not being sarcastic!
You can't fool me, Liam. Don't skip until
Sorry,
I'm done.
sorry.
You can't fool me, Liam. I know everything you say means the opposite of what I think it means. Liam eventually gets Scott to put him down by saying he loves being thrown in the air. Scott still somehow believes he did the right thing and gives you the most intimate fist bump. Oh! Let's trade places.
Change places!
Everybody chooses an object. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
A lamp.
A sponge.
What happened? What did I do?
There you go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Genies used to be found in lamps. Player order is decided based on what? Wait, did you say lamp?
Oh!
But you meant like a light lamp, right?
Yeah, but how funny would that be?
Okay, you know
If
what?
you, rub the lamp.
I will concede to you. So click you first, then me. No, you have to. Okay.
I didn't.
Okay. So week 1 evening.
Let's do this.
Where are you gonna go? You're-
Outside.
Oh!
Oh shit, girl! Look at your dress, you hot!
Oh, girl, who you
And it's not just cause who you fighting? And it's not just cause your hair's on fire.
So that's
The
you.
day during recess, you start a half-an-hour rave that goes full circle. Full circle. That goes full circle. You have no idea. Oh, you have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from the nightmare dimension, and the consequences might destroy the fabric of reality and stuff, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain 2 fun.
And here comes Liam, ranting to anyone who will listen about the failings of living flesh.
I have such pitiful creatures that have to consume things other than blood.
Oh, is he a vampire?
Yeah, he's a vampire.
Oh, I always thought he was like a demon.
No, Liam. Like, Liam is the demon. No, I mean,
I thought that he was
the Red Devil guy, he's the demon.
Oh, okay.
He's the vampire.
Grocery shopping, cooking, chewing. No wonder there are so many fad diets. People don't want to have to choose what to eat.
Like, have you heard of the Matryoshka diet?
Sure.
Sure.
You eat a tapeworm, and then you eat a bigger tapeworm to swallow that tapeworm, and so on until all of your organs are replaced by tapeworms.
Oh my god, that's horrifying.
And yet I would not be surprised if that became a thing.
Please don't.
It's usually fatal, but the corpses do look fabulous.
Oh man, that brings back memories. The Matryoshka die is how I died.
Oh, and that's why her stomach is see-through.
No, she's see-through because she's a ghost.
I'm
If
looking
anything, it's
too
because
much
her
into it.
If anything,
Very
her
fun.
If anything, it's because her stomach is so tiny.
I miss fat diets. I used to get up to the stupidest shenanigans just to get my hands on the latest food replacements.
Gross.
Whoa, are you guys talking about fat diets? Sign me up, I'll do anything that'll get me more ripped. Anything.
Have you heard? Oh.
No, I think it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. Sorry, I'm just having
Have
so
you
much
heard of the
Emotep.
Thank you.
He's the name of the
Emotep.
mummy.
Oh, is that how you spell it?
Emotep.
Cool. Okay. You heard of the Emotep cleanse? It's where you only eat things that come from a why am I using Holly's voice? That come from a mummy. Mummies are rare, so you get super skinny. Plus, you get to rob tombs. Have you heard of the paleo diet? Now try the Jurassic diet. You can't eat anything that isn't a dinosaur. Killing a T-Rex alone will get you super buff.
I feel like you need to go for that one.
Oh,
Oh.
no one liked it.
I'm sorry. I feel like that was my fault.
Hey Scott, didn't you say you had a time machine? That would be so perfect. Oh! Did I do it?
I do, but Coach gave it to me on the condition that I only use it to go back in time and win all the games we lost. Wow.
You know, that really sounds like something that, like, high school would do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a lot of bad experiences with football players. Not that you all probably aren't delightful that are watching right now that play football, but, yeah, no, not in my high school.
Oh, bro.
I'm not going to jeopardize my deep relationship with Coach just to get a hecka swole in history times. Plus, the last time I used it, I ended up in a time that looked exactly like the present, and I never figured out how to go back.
Wait.
Wait.
You just create a pair. Never mind.
No, he was back in the present. He just never figured out that he was, like, where he started.
Oh!
He never created a paradox. He's just dumb.
Oh, shoot, I did win!
Oh. So,
Hey,
it turns out the time machine is just a cardboard box Coach painted "Believe in Yourself" on. Everyone knows time travel isn't
Aw.
real, or is it? In any case, you lose 2 charm and -1 boldness. Okay,
But
so
I still won.
you got a little more points with stuff. Okay, so it's my
Alright.
turn. I am gonna go to the library.
Who's in the library? What does that mean?
Oh, that's a shop owner, but I can't go to her yet. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, let me take a look at what she's got.
Oh, I should have done her voice.
Anally, like, nasally sounding goth chick.
Oh, you miss me and my shit.
Oh, okay. I don't want to do that right now.
Okay, you choose a voice then.
Oh, you missed me in my shit, huh? Worry no more. All this shit can be yours if you have money. Not me, though. Maybe.
So,
Do I have to go through all of them?
no.
Okay.
You don't have to. I actually
A
did not want
blanket
to.
with 2 holes.
You have to be an idiot to mistake this for a ghost costume, but most of our classmates are idiots. A tampon used by a former prom.
Ew!
You know, for good old blood rituals, or in case you're just a creep with unhealthy inceptions. Don't even dare ask me how I got this.
Nope.
Oh, Dragon Heat.
Oh, I
No, wait.
like that.
A classic. It's so cheesy and stupid that you just can't stop reading it. And I never thought I would say this, but now I'm super into dragon abs.
Okay, did your mom have the air on? Because I'm like boiling.
It should be on. Oh, it's Bob Ross.
Happy little accident.
You know what? I'm not gonna buy anything, so just hit exit. You know what?
No.
Oh.
You know what my favorite thing in the world is? People who buy my stuff. Good one or be gone. Dick.
Oh, so it looks like kind of lost the
I'm
burn.
sorry.
Oh, something happened to Me?
Ooh!
All right.
That weekend, you find Scott gazing lovingly at a pickle, a sad look in his eyes. Oh.
Just want some D. What?
Oh, hey, bro. Maybe you can help me make a really tough choice. See, I really like Firebush,
Oh, yes!
but I'm not sure I can commit yet, because I also really like this pickle. Look at it. It's so green and warty and exactly the right size for a pickle. Firebush is such a good person, but this pickle is such a good pickle. I can't choose. Won't you help me? That's literally just a pickle. You can make out with Firebush, but while also having a pickle. It's fine. Or are you telling me you just throw away this pickle for a chance with Firebush? A pickle like this only comes once in a lifetime.
Do you want to help me out?
I'm gonna help you out, so pick the top one. You're telling me I can have this pickle and go out with Firebush? I love his face.
Oh my god, you stupid little idiot.
But Coach always says you can't have your pickle and eat it too.
Is that a double entendre? I feel like that's a double entendre.
Wait, are you saying that are you saying that if I go out with Firebush, I don't have to eat the pickle? Well, yes, that's a true thing. You have no idea why he thought he would have to eat the pickle. Unbelievable! All this time I thought I was really in a pickle, but it turns out the pickle was inside me all along. Or, I mean, outside of me. But it doesn't need to be inside of me, and I don't need to be inside of it. It's so simple. It is really simple. Way simpler than Scott's making it. But you know better than to get between a werewolf and his pickle. You gain +3 charm. I don't know. Let's not question it. Just trade places. Everybody chooses something cool. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
The new gorilla is a CD.
Surfboards. Player to decide based on how crazy it is would be if 100 years from now, the selected thing became the new world's currency. So, gorilla CDs or surfboard? You know?
Surfboards.
Okay. So I'm going first. Morning.
All right.
I'm gonna go outdoors.
You stab.
Well, look at him, he's dabbing. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You're really casually chatting with Juan, the small magical Latino cat. You start telling him that hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know which one, the one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president, the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King.
Goblin King from Labyrinth.
Slowly, lots of people start joining you to hear the story. By the time you say where the Goblin King was, 100 people or so burst into hysterical laughter. You turn on a mobile app that captures all the laughter and turn it into +2 fun. Oh, that's actually pretty cute. You notice Liam and Polly taking a break. Oh, wait. You notice Liam and Polly taking a break from the rave. You dance over to join them.
Boo? Yo, we're just talking about insane music festival we're going. Oh, I'm sorry. We're just talking about the insane music festival going to this weekend. You're going, right?
Shit, you forgot to get a ticket. They're probably all sold out now, and there's no way you can afford to pay a scalper. Obviously, you tell them you're going, though. You've never let the truth get in the way of talking to hotties.
Yes, queen! I can't wait. All of my favorite bands are going to be there. Boo Radley. Imagine a fucking track. An actual dead mouse. I'm sorry.
I can imagine a fucking
I
dragon,
know.
but what's Boo Radley based off of?
Well, I know Boo Radley is from...
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah. But I have no idea.
Personally, I'm more excited about veggie scales. The lead guitarist is a cucumber. It's never been done before.
Hello, friends. What are we all talking about? Is it a grand ball? Oh, sort of. It's like a grand ball, except everyone's more naked. And the dancing is sexier, and there are a lot more drugs. What is drugs?
Oh,
no.
she's so pure.
No, she's not.
You know what? You wouldn't understand. It's a peasant thing.
No, wait, this is perfect. If you can convince Liam and Polly to invite Miranda to the music festival, maybe she'll cover your ticket too. My God. If a party happens in the forest and there are no party virgins to be bewildered by it, is it really a party? And you know, guys, if we bring Miranda, her royal status will give us diplomatic immunity. Oh man, this is tricky.
Who would you rather go to?
I want to go with Polly, obviously.
So would you go with the first one?
Well, you see, I don't know which one is gonna work.
I think it's gonna be the first one because I feel like if you want to get with her, Miranda, you want to do the second one.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll go for the top one. Yes!
I was right! Well, neither of us are virgins.
Being a virgin is so last century.
You know what that means, Liam?
That we should hope being a virgin doesn't become cool again, since we would have to come up with a way to re-virgin ourselves.
What? No. I mean, we're taking Miranda to the festival. Hooray! I am overjoyed, despite still not knowing what we're doing.
Oh, yes, of course. I can't wait to teach her how to complain about the sound mixing and lineup.
Yeah. And I can't wait to show her the Molly. Oh, yeah.
The Molly pit?
Oh my God, that's where a lot of people do like that drug that makes you all touchy-feely.
Ecstasy?
No, it's called Molly, but it's basically ecstasy. I only know that from reading about Miley Cyrus.
Okay. Oh.
What in one of her songs she goes doing Molly, but then apparently like she said it's Miley if you're 12. So just do with that which you will. And I was like, what's Molly? And I like looked it up because I have an addictive personality. I don't do that shit. But I don't need that to have fun. And I was like, oh, so it's like ecstasy because I think you just really touchy-feely.
Don't you mean the mosh pit?
Aw, Liam, sometimes you're cute.
You all ditch the rest of your classes to explain music festivals to Miranda. It takes 8 hours, 12 diagrams, and an elaborate puppet show. But she's finally ready to party. You gain +2 fun and
Let's
+1
do this.
creativity. Your turn.
That day you spend some time in the library's PCs managing your sticker.
Start kicker.
Oh, I'm sorry, your start kicker. You deceive lots of people with...
A sensationalist.
I know, hold on. Okay, with a sensationalist video and impossible promises. Nice. You gain... Oh, shit! You gain money, but also everything goes to cover the cost, and you only keep 2 money. Bad day.
Nearby, you can see Scott and the wolf pack talking.
Scott, we have the greatest power drink to date. Check this out, bro. Whoa, I love power drinks.
Oh, it's that...
But wait,
crap.
this new cutting-edge sports supplement is like no other before. There's no need to mix it with a beverage. You can consume it using only your nose. It's called cocaine. Yeah, cocaine.
Oh my God! Okay.
Whoa, that totally doesn't sound like your regular power drink. Which definitely means it is cutting edge, just like you said. Yeah, it's like 50% energy drink, 50% protein powder, and 100% raw power.
God damn it with these crazy pranks. But before you can do anything, Scott has snorted all the coke.
Oh, no.
And he's gone full wolfman. And now he's basically unleashed and is destroying everything he sees. You need to do something to calm him down, but what?
Using your vast knowledge of aromatherapy, give him some lavender-scented cocaine to neutralize the regular scented cocaine and relax him a bit. Give him a flashy fidget spinner.
I've seen this one
I
before,
want
it's
to
the
do the
fidget
flash.
spinner.
I know. Calm yourself.
You start spinning a very flashy fidget spinner in front of Wolf Scott. He stops wreaking havoc and stares at the spinning fidget spinner. It's so... spinning. After a while, he reverts to his normal self, because everyone knows that cocaine triggers a werewolf transformation, but a fidget spinner can cancel it.
Sure.
Sure.
Bro, this thingy's the best thingy ever.
So cute.
It's like a very safe and friendly shuriken.
Okay, why do I feel like Aaron Hansen wrote that line?
He had to have. Can I keep it?
How can you say no to that pair of puppy dog eyes?
Hooray!
You see Scott fleeing with your fidget spinner, still managing to wreak some havoc despite calling it very safe and friendly. Clumsy, handsome Scott. You gain +2 charm and +1 smarts.
Yay!
Trade places!
Change places!
Everybody chooses a celebrity. Say your choice out loud.
Anna Kendrick.
Jack Black. Player design how it would likely be for the selected celebrity to lead a group during a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, Jack Black, by far.
Jack
Yeah.
Wasn't he? Didn't he do something with zombies?
No, you should. Well, I mean, if you count Tenacious D as the pick of destiny,
Well, actually,
that's technically with the devil, though.
well, actually, you know, there is a part in that game he was in Brutal Legend
Oh, yeah.
where you go after the tear drinkers, which are like the emo bands, and they're all
Yeah.
zombies.
Okay.
Okay, so of course, put me up with Polly. Wait, she's also with Scott.
It's fine.
Okay. You approach Scott and Molly's table to find them crouched behind a pile of jelly desserts. Blotting. Oh, hey, someone responded.
Hey!
It's Liz!
Liz!
Hey, Liz!
Hey, boo!
Hi!
I miss you so much, darling!
No, we miss
I
you
know.
too! You approach Scott and Polly. Oh, wait, I read that line before.
It's okay, sorry, bro.
Thanks, Brosif. You're here, bro. Thank Brosif you're here, bro.
She
Come on.
left a heart!
Yay, heart!
Come on, join our huddle.
Maybe you're curious about our huge pile of jelly jam gelatinous dessert cup. Well, wonder no more. We're going for the jelly prize.
Yeah, we're gonna win it. If we collect the foil cover of 100 jelly desserts, we will be the lucky winners of...
And it's more than you know, darling.
The lucky winners of...
One free jelly dessert. Wait.
Just that moment when you said, wait. So you
But
gotta
you
get...
already have one.
They have like 100.
But right now we're stuck. We only got 99. That means we need...
One more, Scott. We need one more.
Seems legit.
We need one more.
You give them your jelly dessert, but you already threw it at a bird person you ate. Guess you gotta make a choice. Steal the final jelly dessert from the jelly dessert factory. It's the second one, I think.
Well, you gotta read it.
Make like a puppy dog and beg. All things are sweeter when achieved through pity.
Oh, you got Scott.
Begging.
Oh crap, this was me who was
What?
playing it! No!
Sorry, I thought you knew that.
I thought it was you!
I never beg. Except in intricately choreographed erotic scenarios. Is this
Intricately.
intricately choreographed erotic scenario?
No, even better. This is gazing sadly at people until they give us food.
You happily follow Scott around the cafeteria, whimpering at people for their jelly desserts.
You done goofed, man, I'm sorry.
Polly just eats all the stockpiled jelly desserts while you're busy begging. Also, no one is willing to give you any jelly desserts. But that doesn't matter. As the saying goes, begging is its own reward. That and the quality time you got to spend with Scott. That's also a reward.
Let's do this!
Now it's your turn.
Oh, I like that. Oh, that one's thick.
You were planning to sit by
I'm
your...
just about 94% so 94.6% sure. Me too.
You were planning to sit by yourself today, but the only table you can find is partly taken by the coven.
Oh, it's me.
I like the one with the phone. You
Yeah.
do feel kind of sorry for them. After all, no one ever seems to want to sit with them.
We're here to save the day.
Oh, they're cute. I wonder if one of them's voiced by Susie.
I don't know.
Oh God, it's you.
Oh, good, it's you.
Oh, good. It's you. We can practice one of our spells on you.
All right, we're headed out to my sister's place here shortly. Y'all have fun. We
Bye,
will.
we love you.
We love you. And this is probably why.
Oh, don't look so worried. We're preparing for an upcoming battle with the disgruntled Lord of the Seventh Circle. And if we don't do our homework, we'll have a hell of a time being here.
The audience laughs. Wait, audience?
Anyway, we've got 2 spells we've been meaning to try out. Magical enhancements to help you beat the big bad. Do you think we could try one on
Oh god.
pretty people?
Oh, says the audience. You know what magical enchantment doesn't sound half bad. You can choose either of the 2 options. Read them out loud.
The spell that lets you see the future and also the past and the present. You can watch live TV anywhere. Nah, you want to go for something a bit different. Let's do a spell that turns you into 2 helicopters.
2 helicopters.
I'm gonna go with number 1. The choice is made.
Broadbandium.
Broadbandium maximum!
Suddenly you can see everything. Everything.
Ah!
You can see how the world will end. You can see how the world began. You can see your parents having sex, even though you totally don't want to. What's more, you can watch every single episode of Where Weasel, Weasel Detective, at once!
Hello? Are you still alive? Lunch is ending. We're going to go study for the test next period. You probably should too.
Who needs to study? You literally know everything already. You gain +4 smarts and an entirely different perspective on your parents. Let's trade places! Players decide based on how shitty it would be for your country if you were the president.
I honestly think it would be more shitty if I was.
Why?
Because I don't actually know. What do you think?
I wouldn't get anything done. I would be too much of a pushover.
I think we should just do random.
Yeah, let's do random on that one. I'm going first. Evening. I am gonna go...
All right.
Alright. I'm gonna go to the auditorium.
Oh, you're so cute! Look at your mustache!
I love the mustache. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you are struck by the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it, also known as one of the 7 most douchebaggy-ish moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to just go with it. Quite sweet, you get +2 creativity. We, the devs, dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you by that name until the end of this run.
What nickname is?
Depressed pile of trash. No! Okay, just trash then.
No! That's not nice.
You're chilling with Polly after rehearsal when a door flies off its hinges and the Slayer busts in.
You loser! I'm about to face a major boss in the dungeon I'm working on, and I need potions. Give me and drugs. I have tons of them. Most of them are meth though, so yeah. No! I mean potions! The enticingly shaped glass bottles and colored. Oh, those are just for my costume. They're not really holding out on me, huh? Well, I'll show you too. The hero goes the spoils.
The Slayer grabs one of Polly's potions and chugs it.
Now, if this potion really works, I'll pay good money for the rest. How does that sound?
It sounds great, except that the potion really is just a bottle of colored water. That's no reason not to scam the Slayer, though. Quick, make the potion seem like it really did something. Turn her into a cucumber, punch her in the stomach.
What would you rather do?
I'm gonna punch her in the stomach. Oh.
Why did you punch me in the stomach? Are you mad at the potion or something? Yeah, totally. He just really hates potions and couldn't help trying to punch that one out of your stomach. Wait, but if he really hates potions so much, Why are you two hanging out with Polly's covered in potions?
Crap, this is why this is the wrong choice, because of that logic.
You know what I think? I think you really just wanted to punch me in the stomach and took the thinnest possible excuse to do it!
I should have done the
No way! That's totally crazy! I mean, yeah, no, it seems right. Sorry, dude. No worries. I'm just gonna take this frustration out on this chunk. We'll talk potions later. Okay, later! You sure I can't interest you in some math? No, but if this loser is gonna need some more feeding.
Polly leads you to be brutalized by the Slayer. Turns out randomly punching people isn't a good idea if you're not the protagonist. You lose minus.
Let's do this!
Sorry, that was totally my bad. My bad.
Just choose a Choose one that you haven't gone to yet. Oh!
That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you would deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. Fuck yeah, you do.
It's almost time for football practice. But you see Scott without his uniform on, looking sadder than ever you've seen him. I just can't believe
Ooh,
it.
he a lumberjack and he okay?
I just can't believe it, bro. Coach kicked me off the team.
No!
It's not fair. How was I supposed to know that new cocaine power drink contained cocaine? But rules are rules, and apparently doing a bunch of cocaine is against those rules. What am I gonna do, bro? Sports is my life. A life without sports is like a life without life. Please, bro, help me figure out a way to get back on the team. You'd love to help. The only question is how.
Hey, yeah, Coach can't possibly be against cocaine once he knows how great it is. I mean, how can something that makes me feel such like a good boy be bad? I feel like I could catch every ball and every frisbee. I felt like I could chase any car. I liked my own balls for hours. How could any of that be wrong? But if you really want to show him, you're gonna have to get some more cocaine. Do you know how to do that? The merchant cat sells cocaine. You're sure that won't be a problem? In fact, you remember seeing someone selling it somewhere. Okay, +2 creativity and +1 charm. That weekend. Pass this to you.
Oh!
Let's do this!
You're gonna run with Polly. You're engaging in a favorite weekend activity, ignoring anything in favor of thinking about which classmate you'd like to take to prom and how horny you are. When you find out that this is apparently reading on your face.
Hey, Firebush! You seem pretty horny and like someone who sits around all day thinking about who you're going to take to prom.
How do you know that?
Because it's on your face. Wow, does she have your number or what?
Listen, I'm kind of interested in someone, but honestly, I don't think I could be with any monster who isn't spectacular at sex. I know sex isn't everything, but it's sort of everything to me. Not really, but it's probably high on my list of priorities. Sorry if that's TMI. Titillating monster interaction. But it's someone you know, so I thought you might have some insight. It's Carl.
Oh no, how could I possibly not see that coming?
I just love sex. Any possession, missionary, clergy, apocalyptic, upside down nightmare demon, the pentagram. I like that one. What do you think? Could Carl keep up with me? I can only say this. He is the discoverer of the orgasm. Actually, the whole thing is named after him. Have you ever noticed orgasm is an anagram for... No, it's not, sweetie. Okay. Are you kidding me? Once I asked him what he thought of sex was about, don't ask me why, and he told me that it was a natural process for most living beings to conceive children. He has no idea.
Carly, you better pick that top one or I'm breaking up with you.
Bitch!
Yes, thank you, sweetie.
Carl? Orgasm? OMG, you're totally right! I never even noticed that before! What? Oh my god! Like, actually, it still makes no sense to me, but I'm going to assume that's because I'm really hot right now and super legit on the level. You seem to know your letters and words, and sure it'll make sense once I sober up, if I even remember it.
This is hard on my lungs.
Carl invented the orgasm. Suddenly, I'm really Canadian. I am a fan of going straight.
You know,
to
wait, hold on. Do this one line in your best Canadian voice.
I'm a fan of going straight. No, wait.
That's like Dutch.
I can see that.
I'm a fan of going straight to the
I'm
source,
a fan
eh?
of going straight to the source, but I only buy opium from the dude who first discovered it being dead raw.
Wow, that was actually It sure does it? The important thing is Carl, aka Orgasm, totally owes you now. Not one orgasm, just a general one. You know what I mean. Oh, and you gain +3 fun. Let's trade places. Everybody chooses a movie. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, because we're gonna see that later today.
Woo! What time is it, by the way?
It is 2:50.
Oh, perfect.
Player order to decide based on how idiotic it would be to do a 10-hour remake of the selected movie.
Oh, Nick and Nora!
Yeah, because doesn't the movie take place in a
In
single
one night, yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. So 10 hours. So yeah, you totally go first.
Let's do this!
I don't think you've ever been
Oh,
to the
I gotta go to
bathroom.
the alternative because I have to get his stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, stranger.
Shouldn't you be out there trying to romance a classmate or something?
Yep, there it is.
No, but I'm too poor for it!
Oh, too bad.
Did you do this to me on purpose?
No, not really. I didn't think it'd cut. You're just 3 money away.
Can I, like...
No. If you're thinking about selling something, no.
My stuff isn't good enough for you, not cool. You know what? Maybe you aren't good enough for my stuff either.
All right.
I just wasted a turn.
Yeah, I thought you could buy the cocaine.
Hope you're happy now.
Go to the classroom for me. That day, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons.
Oh, look at my little ghost on his shoulder.
Yeah, he's like a shadow.
Oh, I thought he was a ghost.
No, Polly's a ghost. I'm like a phantom. I'm a living shadow.
Danny Phantom. Oh, he's a shadow person.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's
okay.
literally a sentient shadow.
Yeah, shadow person.
yeah.
They're fucking terrifying. Have you ever read about them? Don't do it if you want to go sleep tonight.
Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. You're hard at work reorganizing your collection of magic stickers when you're interrupted by Polly.
Can you help me with my homework? I have to write an essay on the person being a ghost. But I am a ghost, you know, so I never stop to wonder what the best part is. Now, I have to examine my life. It's kind of launching me into an existential crisis. What is the true nature of the self? What is the mind of a separate form of the body? What does it mean to be alive?
I love how you ended all those sentences on a really high note.
Which is weird to worry about because I'm not alive.
No, hold on. She said that we have a question.
Because I'm not alive? I don't like thinking this hard. Thinking hard is how I died.
Wait, so how did you die, hon?
It's never
You've
really
given
explained.
us 2 things.
It's never explained. It's like the Joker giving different stories
Yeah,
about the scars.
Don't ask me to explain that. What should I say in my paper?
binge drinking all night without ever having to pee, or going skydiving but your parachute is a live shark and you're jumping into a volcano giving no fucks. I'm actually gonna go with the top one. That sounds right. Yeah.
Yes! So good!
No, wait. Say that again, but the S is extended, not
yes! So good. Whenever I'm at a party and I see a bunch of alive girls waiting in line to pee, I'm always like, ha, suckers. You should have just died like me. Bitches. I mean, being dead is like basically the ultimate life hack. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, being dead is like basically the ultimate life hack. Oh, you should come party with me sometime. We can laugh at all the peeing girls together and look at all their vaginas.
Did Polly just ask you out? She might have. Who knew talking to a girl about her pee could be so romantic? You came. Hey!
Oh, I'm sorry. Got excited.
Everybody chooses an occupation. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players. Librarian.
Person that cleans after stables.
Janitor.
No, stables. Like for horse students.
Stable
shit
hand.
like that. Yeah.
Mario and Luigi were plumbers. Player was decided based on how funny an off-brand version of those two heroes called Hans and Rudolph would be. Oh, you win this one.
Hans and Rudolph. Stable Hans.
It makes more sense if it were you, because it's another dirty job, like plumbing. Oh, we're getting close.
So nervous.
Let's do this!
Oh, fucking finally. As
you approach Scott and Miranda's table, you see that the entire table is covered in exotic silverware.
Oh, what's this one for?
That's a fork. That's a forking spoon.
You were gonna say something else, weren't you?
That's a fucking spoon. That's a farking spoon. It's a spoon for picking up forks, so that you don't have to touch them with your fingers.
And that one?
Oh, that's the turning fork. It's for making sure all of your other silverware is tuned to A minor, as is proper.
What about this one?
That's a dairy knife. It's for milk.
Whoa! Do people ever invent new silverwares?
All the time, but none of them are any good. It would take a genius of subtly. There we go. There's my actual voice. Of
True subtlety.
Of true subtlety to improve on the existing canon.
A genius of true subtlety. Genius and subtlety are your middle fucking names.
Are they though?
No. You suggest the ultimate new silverware. A salad harp or hands?
I'm going with hands. Yeah!
My
buddy.
favorite silverware!
Eat cats. How rude.
I know, right? My only more favorite song.
Her face and mouth.
My only more favorite silverwares are face and mouth.
God? I think you're misunderstanding the purpose of silverware.
No, I don't think so. Look!
Scott reaches into his backpack and pulls out 2 silver hands, a silver face, and a silver mouth. Oh my god, he was actually.
This game.
He was serious. He holds the hands in his hands and the face in his mouth and devours his lunch in a highly counterintuitive way. Oh my.
I stand corrected?
I did not see that coming with Scott. You're not standing, you're sitting! Oh, sweet lord.
Anyway, now I gotta put on some ointment. All that silver is really bad for my skin.
Oh! So it's also literally silver. Scott lets you put the ointment on and it's on his face.
All
right.
Let me just rub this on you.
Where do you want to go, baby?
With Polly, of course. You arrive at your chosen table to find Damien, that's his name, dejectedly
Of
hefting a
course.
ball of mashed potatoes, while Polly sadly passes her hand through the same.
Seriously, what do we have to do to get a food fight started in this
honestly don't know. I tried throwing potatoes at people and yelling food fight, but I think everyone is too scared of me to fight back.
And I can't throw any food because of my stupid ghost hands! Plates, mirrors, antique furniture, sure, but not food.
Yeah, that's actually kind of an interesting question there. Why can't ghosts move food, but they can move, like, furniture?
I don't know.
There's gotta be a way to provoke a food war. My dads are always oh, he's got 2 dads.
Oh, he's got 2 daddies!
My dads are always telling me to be more political.
But we're not political! Your strength is hitting things and my strength is being unbelievably hot all the time.
Unbelievably hot? That's it! We'll set the cafeteria on fire! Wait, no, that's not a solution, that's just arson. Why do I always jump straight to arson?
Oh, please, sweetie, no. You're getting self-aware.
It's hard to watch them struggle through this by themselves, so you step in with an idea of your own. Wars are fought over scarce resources. Steal everybody's food and put it in a pile. That ought to do it. Or, hey, Polly, you know how the Greeks fought a whole war over Helen of Troy's face? Flash the cafeteria. Do that one. I think that was it.
Hell yeah! I was planning on doing that later anyway, after I finish this quart of Ecto Booze.
Polly floats up onto the tables and, in a practiced motion, whips her top off.
To the victor!
This is a high school cafeteria. Polly's rash action upsets the roiling cauldron of hormones, sets it on fire, and tap dances on the ruins. Soon the air is thick with sausage and gravy. Potato crisps fly everywhere like flavored shrapnel. Polly puts her shirt back on now that everyone's too busy fighting to remember what they were fighting about.
Looks like mine really were the tits that launched 1,000 chits. Oh, I like that a lot!
The view you got just makes that bun worth it.
Let's trade places.
Change places!
Everyone
Everybody chooses a food. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking sushi.
Popcorn. Players are to decide based on how filthy this sounds. Hey, darling, my popcorn is moist and ready for you.
Sushi. Sushi wins by far.
Yeah, because
Am I right?
the fish. Yeah, you win this one. my sushi is moist and wet. Oh my god.
I don't want sushi anymore
Let's do
for dinner. I
this.
changed mine.
We're going to Noodles and Company.
Oh, but I really wanted to check out Rock Bottom.
Okay.
Bathrooms. I haven't gone to the bathrooms yet. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. While you're in the bathroom, you tell yourself in the mirror that you look that you're so bold. You would kill any tiny, big-eyed turtle with your bare hands. That monstrous act was so instant, would instantly give you plus 500 boldness. Come on, you're talking to yourself in the mirror. It's the mirror on that. You know what? You can keep plus 2 boldness anyway for saying that to yourself out loud. Scott catches up with
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I was looking at my phone for a moment. Scott catches you afterwards, panting with excitement.
Hey, bro, I was just thinking today about how much. Oh, you're off camera. You're
My
off
bad,
camera.
my bad.
Hey, bro, I was just thinking about today how much I like you and I want to share all my favorite things with you. Aww.
Oh, sweet little baby boy!
I thought about sharing my bones with you, but I don't remember where I buried any of them. Oh. Then I thought maybe we could go out peeing together, but peeing on each other's territory would be wrong. And I don't know how to share the moon or even where it is right now.
That's borderline adorable.
So I guess that just leaves my 2 favorite things in the whole world, cheerleading and sports. And since you're not on the sports team, cheerleading it is. Let's cheer together, bro. What's that? You want to know what we're cheering for? Well, I thought I'd leave that up to you. What should we cheer, bro?
We should cheer for the working
Oh,
class.
no.
Oh, sorry.
We should cheer for the working class. Nothing will aid the rise of the proletariat like a hearty cheer. We should cheer for each other because friendship is one of the greatest sports of all. I think I'm gonna go with that one, but that might put me in the friend zone. Yeah! Oh, was
Hey,
I wrong?
you're right. Friendship is the greatest sport of all.
I think you might have nailed that one.
Really?
Like nailed it in a bad way. Like
No!
you may be right that this was a friend zoning one.
I mean, I was asking you to cheerlead with me because I was romantically interested in you. But you know what? Never. Oh my God! Shh! We got other people in this building.
We're in a house.
Yeah, and I share a wall. Being friends is way more important than that. Thanks for reminding me. Oh my God. You nailed that one, and not in a good way. Instead of making out later, we should totally go to the petting zoo. I love petting
I fucked it up.
Oh my gosh, that was perfect. We can stop on the way so I can take back this edible underwear I brought to Tony, if Scott says friends one more time, you'll literally tear out your own heart and eat it. Right now, that only feels like what's happening. You lose +2 boldness and I don't know the other one.
Oh shit! And +1 smart.
Thank you. Put me in the gym.
I'm so angry at myself. Look at that booty!
I'm angry, not just because I thought that would honestly work, but not only did you predict what would happen for choosing that, you got it so perfectly.
I'm so angry.
That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Amidst the battle, you spot a fellow player that seems utterly discouraged. She thinks she's not worth anything at dodgeball, and she attempts to throw a ball at herself. You explain to her the many ways you think she's unique and wonderful, while also defending the many pleasures in life. With your help, she's capable of finding reasons to keep playing and gains a sense of self-worth. You gain +1 PFF! Sadly, she's not part of this game, so that beautiful friendship will take place off-screen. And +2 charm! I love the writers of this game.
I just fucked up my entire thing, didn't I?
Forget about that, though. Polly's here, and she looks ready to party. So basically, just normal. Oh!
There you are, my favorite party favor besides ecstasy. You're ready to get crazy.
You indicate through a heart-stopping glow stick maneuver that you are indeed ready to hit the clubs.
The club's not tonight, boo. Tonight we're gonna engage in my favorite pastime. Party crashing. I just love crashing parties and making them go wilder and crazier, you know? Tonight we're gonna crash this totally sweet baby shower I just heard about.
Oh God.
And knowing you, I bet you've got some killer ideas for how we should crash it.
Nothing amps up a baby shower like extra babies or literally crashing into the party like with a boat.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh man, this is actually kind of a tough one. Let's see, my fun is actually pretty high. I'm actually gonna go with the extra babies. Oh my God, that works!
Yes, finally to do with all those babies I won in that raffle.
Oh,
What?
that's terrifying.
Later that night.
Who ordered a dump truck full
Oh
of babies?
God! Oh God!
I want somebody to like make that animated.
The party guests cannot answer. They are literally drowning in babies.
Now this is a party. I don't know why they even call it a baby shower if there isn't a constant shower of babies, am I right? Oh, those babies are so cute. I bet I could fit a whole one in my mouth. You're welcome, guys.
I love your voice for her.
I bet I can fit a whole one in my mouth.
But drowning party guests actually do look pretty happy to be drowning in babies.
I mean, that's a good way to go.
A week later, you each get a thank you note for reminding us what a baby shower is all about. Swimming in a pool of babies. Okay, +2 fun and +1 charm. The monster prom.
No!
Just see what happens. Just see what happens. Oh! Ask Scott to the prom. And I'm obviously gonna ask Polly.
Hey, boo.
All right.
Oh, I'm going first. You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you.
Here we go, guys. This is the main.
This is it.
Oh God.
Scooch into the camera a bit. What?
Yeah, not a chance in the world, darling. It's not you, it's me. And by that I mean it's you.
What?
See ya!
Wait, boo.
What? I did everything like right.
Yeah, that's really strange.
Damn, you're bad at interacting with people. To repent for the sins of making such bad choices, you were forced to walk around the circle in the nude, accompanied by a nun who chanted shame over and over while ringing a big bell.
Is that a Game of Thrones reference?
Yes, it is! Oh my god, I love this game.
Okay, you know what? You guys didn't win, but that's pretty funny. How did you not win that? You guys were like dating.
I know!
Okay, whatever.
Classic.
Let's do this!
Okay, it's your turn.
I'm gonna lose.
You'll finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. Prom? I know all about math, bro, but you plus me seems to equal a great night. What? Let me check our math book to be sure. This isn't the correct formula, but Scott is still thrilled to be upcoming prom date. Oh! I'm still mad.
I'm sorry, because you did everything right.
I know. I must have missed something.
We wanted love!
Oh!
Oh.
You danced all night. Most of Scott's dance moves were basically workouts, so you ended up utterly exhausted. You look so adorable. It wasn't your idea of getting all sweaty with Scott, but you're definitely getting closer. Most likely to make Pluto a planet again, and Polly's quote, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but what does kill you makes you a sweet kick-ass ghost. I'm so sad.
I know, I want to know what you did.
Those 3 weeks
Who's
were
that girl?
Apparently, from what my friend Catherine told me, she's like a secret unlockable character.
Really?
Yeah, but I can't remember how to actually get her, if that's even true. I can't remember, right? Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives.
Yeah, and what about him and her?
Well, the Frankenstein...
And him!
Well, both of the Frankenstein boy and girl are other playable characters.
Oh.
He's like the badass loner, and she's like the adorable quirky girl.
Okay.
And
Cool.
she's Catherine's favorite, and she is adorable.
So that ends our...
Hold on, let's stay to the credit. After
Okay.
Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, except me, battling our friendships, and learning who we were and who we could be.
I'm still in love with you, Evan.
Aw, thank you, sweetie. And you know what? As it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Scott turned out to be a genius and became the most renowned mathematician in the country.
Hell yeah, I did.
JK, he became an athlete, duh. He's still a bit of a simpleton, but as lovable and good-hearted as ever. Polly took a summer job at the Ghosts of Christmas Present. She spent most of the time partying since there was almost no work because, you know, it was summer. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs Instagram filters. I think he got a mention because you got some points with him as
Yeah.
well. During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were lots of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Oh man, that was so much fun! That's my... Wait, hold on. I loved all the snapshots.
Yeah.
I think this was fun. This was the first time we ever got to play. Is that Mum-Ra from Thundercats? Oh, there's Slender Man.
Ooh, what is that?
It's like a Poison Ivy chick. Jess Stark, Adam Journey. Oh, these are like the creators in their horror sonas. Well, there's all those different silverware. Oh man, this was so much fun. This was the first time we got to play an actual full game of Monster Prom. Oh, and I love all these pigs. They're adorable.
So cute. So that ends our 4-year anniversary stream. Super fun, and this will be on YouTube later. So like and subscribe Evan's channel.
Thank you, and be sure to follow.
Me voice.
And be sure to follow Carly on like Facebook and Instagram as Comic Book Pixie.
Comic Book Pixie Cosplay.
It's all one word.
Except for cosplay. So it's Comic Book Pixie is one word, and then cosplay is 2 seconds.
Okay, so yeah, 2 words. Oh
Right.
man, no wait, hold on. And to our main game inspiration, the Yog. So many things. What was the Yog? I can hear the music from here.
Alright guys, bye!
Bye. Thanks a lot for playing with us.